and then he wound up dropping to third place at lap 66. Dale Jr. gets into second place at lap 66, and Dale Jr. reports vibration in his car from lap 68, although they said it wasn't from a tire. Okay, usually vibrations from the tire for most cases, but this incident was not the tire. And again, that was reported during lap 68. Jeff Gordon reports his car being loose at lap 71, and at lap 71, Gordon was holding in 10th. 7 lead cars break away from the pack at lap 75. Greg Biffle, the 16 car, returns to the race after that crash that brought out the second caution. He returns to the race at lap 89. And Kevin Harvick, after being involved in the big one at lap 47, gets into the top 5 at lap 83. Question 4 comes out lap 90. Brendan Gowen, he hits the wall at turn 2. And Brendan Gowen in the 62 car. Jeff Gordon wins the race off pit road at lap 92. You had the 24, the 48, the 88, the 4, 19, 11, the 41, the 2, the 14, and the 20. And that was the race off pit road. Again, lap 92. Jeff Gordon, the winner there. Casey Mears penalized for uncontrolled tire on lap 92. And then you have the race halfway mark at lap 94 during the fourth caution. Green flag comes out, lap 94, and the restart lap 95. J.J. Yaley penalized for speeding on pit road, lap 108. He had a pit for loose window net. And then question number 5 would come out lap 115, and this was for debris at turn 3. Beneficiary there, J.J. Yaley in the 23 car. Pit road opens lap 116. You had another race off pit road at lap 116. Jeff Gordon, the winner there as well. The 24, the 88, the 19, the 48, the 41, the 2, the 78, the 3, the 21, and the 43, respectively. Kevin Harvick's crew over the wall too soon and has to restart at the rear of the field. The incident at lap 117. Again, can't come over the wall until the car is at least 1 pit box length away from its designated pit box. Green flag comes out lap 118, restart lap 119. 119, yes. Ryan Blaney gets pushed by Carl Edwards, lap 126. Earnhardt Jr. takes the lead at lap 124. Gordon drops to 12th at lap 131. And Danica Patrick, now if you want to talk about irritating, Danica Patrick reports transmission trouble, and she only had 4th gear to work with. So, yeah. That was reported at lap 133. Earnhardt Jr. has a 0.10 second lead over Tony Stewart, lap 52. Tony Stewart would finish at 19th on Sunday. Top 3 at lap 137 was Dale Jr., Tony Stewart, and Ryan Blaney, the 88, the 14, and the 21, respectively. Jimmy Johnson has debris on his grill at lap 137. Danica Patrick in 6th at lap 138. And all 4 Stewart-Haas racing cars were in the top 5 at lap 140. Excuse me, top 15. All 4 Stewart-Haas racing cars in the top 15 at lap 140. You had Tony Stewart, which was in 2nd, Harvick, which is in 5th, Danica Patrick in 10th, and Kurt Busch in 12th, and again, lap 140. Jimmy Johnson finally gets rid of that debris on his grill, reported lap 142. And then you had a battle for second between Tony Stewart and Kevin Harvick at lap 144. Kevin Harvick and Johnson flip-flopped for third. And then you had a top 3 at lap 149, consisting of Earnhardt Jr., Carl Edwards, and Tony Stewart, 88, 19, and then 14. They formed a single line along the yellow line right there, lap 149. Lap 155 is the green flag pit stops, which take way at that point. And then question number 6 would come out for lap 157. This time for fire on the number 3 car, Austin Dillon, who walks away and his car. He stopped the car right in front of the fire truck area, which was very convenient. I think his engine blew on that one. That was lap 157 for question 6. Josh Weiss and Jeff Gordon, they served pass-through penalties. They were penalized for speeding on pit road at lap 158. They served the pass-through penalties at lap 160. You had another race over pit road at lap 159. Kurt Busch, the winner right there. He had the 41, the 11, the 15, the 4, the 1, the 7, the 8, the 31, the 27, the 14, and the 43, respectively. Greg Biffle penalized for speeding on pit road at lap 160. And then the green flag comes out lap 161. Restart lap 162. Top 3 at lap 164 consisted of Dale Jr., Jimmy Johnson, and Ryan Blaney, the 88, the 48, and the 21. Dale Jr. runs the high line at over 200 miles per hour at lap 166. Jeff Gordon climbs to 17th place after restarting at 31st at lap 167. Bud Keselowski in 32nd at lap 175. He was in the top 5, and he climbs to 29th at lap 176 at 200 miles an hour. Tony Stewart drops from 11th at 175. Then a top 3 at lap 180, which consisted of Dale Jr., Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Blaney. Dale Jr. struggles with debris on his grill, and water temperature was an issue due to that. And of course, he had debris on the grill. The water temperature goes up because that debris prevents the air from correctly flowing into the under the carriage of the car. Top 10 break from the pack. The top 10 break from the pack at lap 183. Dale Jr., Jimmy Johnson, and Denny Hamlin were your top 3 at lap 186, going into 187. White flag comes out lap 187, and lap 188 seals the deal, and your winner, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jimmy Johnson, and Paul Menard, first, second, and third. This is the Racing Podcast, and now for the lead track summary. Jeff Gordon takes the lead from the race start into the completion of lap 1 into the start of lap 2. Casey Kane takes the lead at lap 4. Tony Stewart, lap 5. Casey Kane takes it back at lap 5. Tony Stewart takes it back again at lap 6. Then Casey Kane, lap 6. Stewart, lap 7. And he'll take it from lap 7 into lap 8. Earnhardt Jr. takes the lead at lap 11, and then Jeff Gordon takes the lead at lap 16. Now, Kevin Harvick would take the lead during the first caution, but then Justin Alger will take over. Bobby Labonte, and then Jeff Gordon takes it back during the first caution, and he would hold on into the restart at lap 25. Second caution comes out. Kurt Busch takes over for the lead as Jeff Gordon pits. Jimmy Johnson then takes the lead into the restart lap 52. No changes during the third caution, but in the fourth caution, he had 3 lead changes. David Gilliland takes the lead. David Gilliland in the 38 car. He takes the lead as Jimmy Johnson pits. Then Josh Wise takes the lead, and then Jeff Gordon takes the lead into the restart lap 95. Then it was back and forth between Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson between laps 95 and lap 99. Eventually, Jimmy Johnson would take the lead at lap 99, but Gordon would actually drop to third at lap 99. Dale Earnhardt Jr. takes the lead lap 103, Jimmy Johnson lap 104, Denny Hamlin lap 104. Then you had the fifth caution. Casey Mears would take over at in the 13 car. Then Jeff Gordon would take over again during the fifth caution into the restart at lap 119. Dale Earnhardt Jr. takes the lead lap 124, and he holds on until lap 147. Then Tony Stewart takes over lap 147 into lap 148. But then Earnhardt Jr. would take the lead right back at lap 149. Stewart would drop to third at this point. Jimmy Jr. pits, so Stewart takes the lead back, lap 156. Then Denny Hamlin takes the lead at lap 156. Then comes the sixth caution. Stenhouse Jr. would take the lead in the 17 car during caution number 6. Then Cole Whitt would take the lead in the 35 car. He would hold on until the green flag at lap 162. But Whitt would not be in front for long because Dale Earnhardt Jr. takes the lead at lap 162, and he would hold on to the lead from lap 162 all the way to lap 188, ultimately winning the race there. And a good win for Dale Jr. indeed. All right, this is the Racing Podcast. Up next, the racing schedule. Welcome back, everybody, to the Racing Podcast. So last weekend, everybody was at Talladega, and this weekend, the action heads to Kansas. Now, Xfinity has the weekend off this weekend, but the trucks return on Friday, and the Sprint Cup return will be on Saturday this week. Friday night trucks, Saturday night Sprint Cup. Kansas Speedway, located at 400 Speedway Boulevard, Kansas City, Kansas, 66111. Kansas is a tri-oval track, okay, and the surface is asphalt. Length is 1.5 miles. Number of turns is 4. Bankings at the corners between 17 and 20 degrees. The front stretch between 9 and 11 degrees, and the back stretch is 5 degrees. Lap record 24.761 seconds. Scott Dixon, Chip Ganassi Racing, 2003 IRL IndyCar Series. Now there is also a 2.37 mile road course with 6 turns. Lap record 1 minute 9.745 seconds. Scott Pruitt, Chip Ganassi Racing, 2013 Daytona prototype. All right, ladies and gentlemen, fellow motorheads, the Racing Podcast presents the racing schedule. As mentioned, the trucks return this weekend. Friday night is this weekend's Camping World Truck event. Friday night, May the 8th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. It's the Toyota Tundra 250 with 167 laps scheduled. Then on Saturday night is this weekend's Sprint Cup event. Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. It's the SpongeBob SquarePants 400 with 267 laps scheduled. And the car's going to have some cool paint schemes this Saturday, so that'll be worth checking out. And note that Friday, May 15th at 7 is the Sprint Showdown with 40 laps scheduled. That's on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. And then next Saturday, May 16th at 7 o'clock, it's the NASCAR Sprint All-Star Race with 90 laps scheduled, and that is also on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. And we'll recap that next week on next week's Racing Podcast. So we're getting there as we speed through the 2015 racing circuit. All right, so this is the Racing Podcast. We're going to take a quick break, and then coming up next, it's the driver standing segment. This is RP. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Racing Podcast and can be heard live Thursdays at 7:05. Spreaker.com is the place to go. Hashtag sports. You can also use hashtag motorsports, hashtag talk, hashtag news. So there you go. And of course, available on demand at apodradio.com beginning at 8:05 on Thursdays. And of course, on demand, you can listen anytime. So, this is the part of the show that we like to call the driver standing segment. And we go over the driver standings. Boom. So let's start with Sprint Cup. Sprint Cup driver standings, top 10 as follows. First place, Kevin Harvick in the number 4 car, 394 points, current leader. Second place, Martin Truex Jr. in the 78 car with 354 points, 40 points back. Third place is Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car, 342 points, 52 points back. Fourth place, Joey Logano in the 22 car, 335 points, 59 points back. Fifth place is Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88 car, 319 points and 75 points back. Sixth place, Bart Keselowski in the number 2 car, 305 points, 89 points back. Seventh place is